Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is LaWanda, will be LaWanda, and I am with the LWBL mission. And I'm starting a new YouTube journey to really document my healing journey, to share it with others, so that those of you who are on a similar path will have someone that they can listen to, look up to, hear about, get information from, so that you will be able to complete your healing journey as well. And I'm going to tell you that it is not an easy thing to do. Deciding to heal is not an easy choice to make, because that means you suddenly stop being concerned about everybody else and you turn that focus internally and you start to be concerned about yourself. So today's video, I want to talk to you about being the family whistleblower. That's who I am. I am the family whistleblower. After holding a family secret for 38 years, I decided that it was enough. And I came out of a deeply dark, held family secret that has caused uproar and disruption in my family. But at the same token, I did it because I deserve to heal. So today, I want to talk to you about the dangers of being the whistleblower. Now, the reason why this video came into being is because last night I had the opportunity to sit on a panel discussion with the Society of, I think it was called the Society of Black Psychologists here in Broward County, Florida. And I had an opportunity to talk about being the family whistleblower. Now, I do have some notes right down here on my lap that I am going to be referring to throughout this video, because I just don't want to miss anything important as I record this video, because I do believe that it is something that will help other people who need to be in the position that I'm in today. So you probably did not land here by accident. I don't believe that my videos roll up in anybody's timeline or in their feed unless they actually need to hear what it is that I'm talking about. And I want to be intentional about sharing my story and about sharing my healing journey, because the objective of that is to help somebody else along the way. When I sat on the panel for the Association of Black Psychologists discussing the dangers of keeping the family secret, I was asked to speak from the perspective of being the whistleblower. That is the person in the family who finally tells the truth. And it's generally the truth that everybody knows. The whistleblower is the family member that finally tells the truth, and it is the truth that everybody already knows. So I want to be clear that this video has nothing to do with revenge. It doesn't have anything to do with exposing people. It's certainly not an attack on my family, but it is all about what happens psychologically, what happens emotionally, and what happens spiritually when one person refuses to keep carrying the family lie. And I want to just pause here and let you know that if that is you, it is not an easy decision to make. In my case, it was hidden childhood sexual abuse, and I was the victim in that story. Unfortunately, the person that abused me was busted in the act. So there was no question that it had happened. But what was eerily strange about it is that even though they knew what they knew, they still welcomed this individual to be a part of my core family. And I was raised in the household with the man that had abused me and impregnated me at the age of 13 years old. I can tell you that psychologically, that really damaged me. And it damaged me in ways that until I made the decision to come out of this secret that I really hadn't even thought about. It didn't even show up on my radar. I went through many years not even calling the abuse what the abuse was. I was in survival mode. And I was in protection mode to protect the people in my life and in my story who were complicit and who were a part of keeping this great big old secret. So, being the whistleblower, I have come to realize that for whatever reason, I have become the problem. I have become the problem for being the one who have finally stood up and said, enough of this. We are going to have to choose a different pathway. And the only reason why that happened was because the perpetrator of my story attempted to reviolate years later, well into my 50s, which caused me to unravel and to get here today to the point where I am now able to speak about those particular situations to help other people get free. The problem with being the whistleblower is that the truth, and hear me when I say this, the truth disrupts the normal. Because a lot of times when we cover up situations in our family, that becomes the new normal. And when the truth begins to be spoken about, it disrupts that cycle of hiding. It disrupts that cycle of corruption. It disrupts that cycle of secrecy. And so the whistleblower becomes the problem because they are now breaking a cycle that has become a normalized part of the family dynamic. People, honestly, will get angrier about the fact that the whistleblower is exposing the truth more than they are angry about the abuse itself.